Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Camppatton Family Compound. It is time for Friday night on the Homestead, and tonight's topic is Chlormequat Chloride. In other words, some other crap they're putting on the food and contaminating us and our food supply more than it has already. So let me go over here to the chat and make sure I didn't miss anybody. So first one in was Mark at Chef Tech, and he was saying he saw his comment from yesterday still there. I don't see it here on mine, and I don't see it on StreamYard or on YouTube. Walt doesn't see it either. All right, Sumi's in, then Walt, then Phelan has been a member of the Staff Sergeant's Boot Camp for 18 months. And he says Scout Camp starts next week, so he'll be on the replay team later at night for the rest of the summer. All right, Rick Phelan's here. And then we'll talk back and forth. Geeky Gardens is in the house. Kaylin Strain is here. Tammy Harder's here. And Mark's in here with Mad Chick Acres. And let me go ahead and throw this up here. Got a bunch of ads popping up. Not ads, but notifications. I'm getting ads for notifications for channels I don't follow. Oof. All right. So I do have I got to get some, I almost forgot. I got grandkids here, so if you hear the screaming in the coming from the other rooms, that means that they've got bored watching Dragon Ball Z and they're now fighting. So let me get something here real quick here. And so see if I can get this to work here. It's not going to work that easy. Hang on. I got to... Really? I put it in there and it's not working. Let's see what that does. All right, close that. I'm going to have to copy this and open this something up here a little bit differently here. Give me a second. I forgot to do this. Oh, it's not doing it. Dang it. Come on.
Wow, you were just unprepared for class today, aren't you?
Oh, I had it all set up, but I forgot to do it because I had to it took me 10 minutes to get him back inside the house for being outside there. So
no, we should remember to get dressed this morning.
Yeah. Well, considering I've been out there running an excavator, yeah. All right, now let's see if I can get this one here to work. Got one up. Okay, got those two up there. Let me get back up to here. And on that. Okay. Now, all right. Yeah, global phenomenon, yes. Worldwide audience. And I'm still extremely shadow banned by YouTube. Let's see what it shows over here. In the last month, I've lost 3 subscribers. It even says, I keep saying, oh, you picked up 3 today, you picked up 4 today. And the next day they take those away and more. Oh, I guess they don't like the truth. All righty. So tonight's topic is brought to you by the gentleman right over here who suggested it. And so let's take a look at some slides here. At least I had the slides all done yesterday. All right, so this is it. Now, we don't want to have anything to do with this. It's worse than you thought, Mark, the research I did on it here. Okay, so there are traces of they're referring just as the toxic pesticide in the one article I pulled this from. of the toxic pesticide found in 80% of study participants.
But it's below levels of safety. It's fine.
Okay, hang on. Little imp. All right, yeah, it's thing is, so if the levels they were testing it was at the non-safe levels.
Well,
Yeah. That's why I'm wearing that's why I'm wearing this hat. This is the world has gone to hell hat.
It only causes cancer in California like everything else does, so we're okay.
Sex causes cancer in California. All right. So here's the thing is it's a pesticide and it's a plant growth regulator. It does all sorts of crap. It'll dwarf a plant, control excess growth, yet it raises the yield of that plant. Yeah, that sounds a little too like blowing smoke up our rear ends from them, because it dwarfs plants, yet it'll raise the yield of the same plant it's dwarfing.
So basically, it keeps you from growing tall, but you get extra fingers and hands.
Yeah. All right. So when you guys come back and look at it, actually, I'll go and I put the two links in there, one from the EPA, one from another one, and that is the end of the slideshow portion. So let me come back over here and move the two pages over here. There we go. All right. So the first one is what Mark sent me, and I'm going to take that link and drop that into the side here. So there is that link from the EPA. And I have some alternative definition of what EPA stands for, but I can't use it here in mixed company. Actually, I can't use it in front of most human company. They take offense to it. But you guys can let your imagination run wild on it. Okay, so this was released last year. And so the EPA, and it's not the Environmental Protection Agency, but it's, you might call it the Environmental Prostitution Agency. That's just a nicer version of it. It has released for public comment its proposed decision to register the first food use of pesticide Chlormequat Chloride. And no, it's not the first food use of it. Because I found stuff 3 years ago where they were using it on food, and it's in the food chain. Okay.
I almost want to apply to be the chef at the White House. I have some special ingredients for him.
Yeah. And it says before registering these uses, the EPA will need to establish tolerances. Okay, the more money you give me, the higher those tolerances will be. In or on barley, oat. I can't pronounce. I keep try tikka salad, whatever, and wheat. That what I get one I can't pronounce. That's the same stuff they were using in the original Star Trek series, that they were transporting the grain when the Tribbles got into it. That's what they put on that in the future to kill the Tribbles. It was the Chlormequat crap stuff here. They were using it in the future on Star Trek, and that's why it killed the Tribbles.
They're doing better than the Simpsons in predicting the future then.
Oh, yeah. Okay, now the Chlormequat Chloride is currently registered for use as a plant growth regulator in ornamentals growth in greenhouses and nurseries. This pesticide works to control plant size by blocking hormones that stimulate growth prior to blooming.
Wait, joke time. Joke time. How do you make a hormone? Kick her in the shins. Okay, bye.
Or hand her $300 before you even start. Anyways, in small grains like wheat, barley, oats, logging, the bending over or breakage of small grain stems is the major production issue. Blah 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 blah. Okay, so they're trying to say make the plant grow, make it so it doesn't grow as tall, but it still has all the yield on it.
Oh, and it also prevents it. It prevents crop circles from squeezing it to the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
UFO.
Here's the thing is though, for the last 10 years, they've been finding the same chemical in Quaker oats. Yeah, it's in Quaker oats. Now, how's it getting Quaker oats if it's not approved for use in the U.S.? Because Quaker oats buys most of their oats from overseas, and the oats that are grown here are sold to those countries that are producing that crap overseas and sending it here. So they get the good stuff, and we get their crap with their contaminated crap. And because it's not grown, it's not applied here in the U.S., the EPA goes, oh, we don't see anything about it. No, give me more money. We don't see it. More money. We don't see it.
Wasn't there a company that found that, but nobody's talking about it?
I don't
it's
know.
Heart healthy. Oatmeal is heart healthy. It's okay.
Yeah.
It'll shrink your heart down a little bit.
Okay, here's us. The agency proposing mitigation measures to address potential risks to occupational workers as amphibians, mammals, and terrestrial invertebrates. Wait, so this pesticide is not going to kill the pill bugs and the other things that eat up the grain?
I'm so glad I gave you this topic. Sorry.
Required personal protective equipment such as long sleeves, long pants, socks, shoes, waterproof or chemical resistant gloves, and additional addresses occupational concerns. Bullshit.
Yeah, they wear a hazmat suit when they spray it, but we can eat it though. It's okay.
Yeah, well, no. They're saying they don't have to wear a hazmat suit. All they gotta do is have long sleeves, long pants, shoes and socks, and water or chemical resistant gloves. I worked hazmat for several years. I went through all the state training for California and the federal training for Superfund sites. That personal protective equipment against chemicals is not long sleeves, long pants, shoes, and socks. No, it's Tyvek suits. And they're saying this addresses the concerns. Not with this crap, it don't. So now you're going to have these workers with this stuff in their clothes because their clothes are going to be saturated, somewhat saturated with it. They're going to go home, peel it off in their house, throw it in the wash tub or the basket next to the laundry, and everybody's clothes is going to get washed in it together, and it's probably not going to rinse everything out. So now the entire family is contaminated two ways. One, by the clothes being contaminated and not being able to wash this chemical out all the way. And two, the particles being released into the air as soon as mom or dad walks in the door with these chemical soaked clothes on. This is not medical stuff. This is chemistry. This is fact. This is fact set and a procedure set up by the EPA for dealing with chemicals. Yet they are negating that with saying, "Oh, it really doesn't need that," when it sure as the heck does.
Can't I just wear one of those square medical grade masks and a plastic cheap face shield to protect me? That should be fine, right?
No, bandana will work. Is what they're saying.
Yeah. Put a little water on it. Yeah, that helps filter it better, like smoke. Sure.
Yeah. Required 24-hour restricted entry intervals, including posting signs and reasonable expected points of worker entry into treated areas to address occupational risk and concern. Okay, so basically they're saying the workers that are spraying it, they can be out there in it spraying it, but nobody else can go in there for 24 hours. Require mandatory and advisory spray drift management statement to address ecological risk of concern. Okay. I got to read this again. Require a mandatory and advisory spray drift management statement, not a plan, just a statement.
If the wind's blowing a little bit to the right, we'll spray a little to the left.
No, it tells me we're spraying this. You may not want to be in the area while we're spraying it.
You wonder why half the world has diabetes. Or excuse me, half of America has diabetes and all kinds of medical problems now.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing: is this stuff is being used in other countries where we get oats from, and there are several really good videos on it. All you got to do is up in there above in the afterwards in the search bar there, type in the chemical Chlormequat Chloride, and it'll bring up all sorts of videos over the last 2 years on this stuff. And a lot of them talk about Quaker oats and give the information about where the oats are coming from that are treated with this stuff overseas. And they're treated at a higher level, I can guarantee you, than what the EPA is going to put out here. Yeah. Thank you, Captain Crazy and Camel Toe Harris.
Hey, I changed my icon for you.
Mm-hmm. All right. The second link, and let me drop that link down in here. Is for New Food Magazine. And so 4 out of 5 of the test participants have it. Hang on, come on, I don't want that all. Okay, so the National Institutes of Health defined Chlormequat Chloride as a plant growth regulator whose use on grain crops is in the rise in North America, not just the United States, North America. So that includes Mexico and Canada. But it's also, but the thing on the EPA thing says pesticide, not plant growth regulator. So it's however they classify it at the time, it can be one, or it can be the other, or it can be both. Now, according to according to the research team, the chemical is linked to reproductive and developmental problems in animal studies, and the findings suggest the potential for similar harm to humans, but they're not allowed to test it on humans. Research was published in the Journal of Exposure. Journal of Exposure Science and Environmental Epidemiology. I can't pronounce that one. To carry out the study, data was collected between 2017 and 2023, 6 years, where scientists tested the urine of 96 people from in the U.S. for the presence of it, claimed to find it in 77 of these participants. And so in fact, the findings show chlormequat was present in the urine of more people at higher. Okay, hang on. Was present in the urine of more people and at higher concentrations in the samples collected in 2023 compared to earlier years, suggested the consumer exposure to chlormequat is on the rise.
No, say it ain't so.
The Environmental Working Group's toxicologist Alex Temkin, PhD, lead author of the study, said the EWG's new study of chlormequat is the first of its kind in the U.S. The first study of its kind.
I wonder if he's still alive.
Which means the studies of this have been squashed by regulatory agencies. Okay, and he says the ubiquitous quality of this little studied pesticide in people raises alarm bells of how it could be potentially cause harms without anybody knowing they have consumed it.
Oh, like everything else they put in our food. Except now we know.
Yeah, it says currently the EPA regulates how the chemical is to be used on ornamental plants. Well, if it's on ornamental plants, you touch the ornamental plant and then you touch other things, it transfers.
Yeah, but not food crops. But that's the EPA because that's our country.
No. However, since 2018, the EPA has permitted it on imported oats and other foods, increasing the allowed amount in 2020. So they're allowing it on imported foods, and they increased the amount on imported foods back in 2020. And they probably on the slide increased it again without making a notification about it.
The government hates us.
Back in April 2023, the response to an application submitted by Chlormequat manufacturer Tamnico in 2019, EPA proposed allowing its first-time use on these things. However, the Environmental Working Group has shared that it opposes this plan. Hopefully it does something. I haven't heard anything. I haven't been able to find anything final on it. Because basically the manufacturer back in 2019, submitted an application for it to be used on food, and 4 years later, the EPA says, "Okay, we'll put out a submission for it." So, yeah,
it's like restaurants doing their own health inspection and saying everything's fine.
Yeah. Okay, another quote here. The federal government has the vital role in ensuring that pesticides are adequately monitored, studied, and regulated. Yet the EPA continues to advocate its responsibility to protect children from the potential health harms of toxic chemicals like chlormequat in the food. Okay, now we're going to get some only a good thing here. The Environmental Working Group is urging the Agriculture Department and the Food and Drug Administration to test foods for chlormequat, and has requested the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention to add chlormequat to its biomonitoring program. That could cause somebody at the EPA to lose a lot of pocket money that they've been receiving under the table.
Yeah, we're working on it. We're forming a committee that'll decide which committee we need to have a committee to make a committee to decide whether or not it's okay or not. It'll be a few decades. We'll get there though. We're working on it. Typical.
Yeah. Let's see. He was saying they probably only use aircraft for most of the stuff. Yeah. And then it blows all over the place.
Yeah, high altitude aircraft. Oops.
Yeah, they're strapping tankers on the commercial airlines, and they're going to spray it as they fly over it. 20,000 feet.
No, that's false information. They don't do that. Those are just contrails. It's just steam vapor. They just disappear.
Well, they're going to.
In the what?
That way they don't have to pay as much for the. They just go ahead and blanket several counties at once with it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not much that they're down. It's also that there's a lot of developmental problems with the children of mothers that are eating this oatmeal from the religious guy, because it's really high in that company's stuff. These other tests I saw last year, the year before on it. I mean, that company levels was higher than anybody else's in the U.S.
But the honey nut Cheerios bee said it's heart healthy for me and good for me.
Yeah.
Although he's a cartoon bee, he'll never die like the rest of them are doing.
Yeah. All right. So, I hear guests coming. They better turn around and head back to the TV. I don't know if you guys can hear them yelling from the background, but now they're playing with the Brio trains in there, and they're arguing which way they're going to make the track go on the floor. Or what is it? Generally recognized as safe.
By who? Oh, the company that made it.
Oh, the industry generally recognizes it as safe. Yeah, what an industry. Hang on a second, guys. I had to yell loud, so I didn't want to blow your guys' eardrums out. Because when they get loud, they don't hear unless you yell louder than they do. Wait a minute, isn't that all kids?
Yep.
All right. So, anyways, if we really want to get into this, I'm gonna have to put up Alice in the rabbit hole, but I don't want to do that. Sorry. So we're gonna stick with doing gardening. So, my suggestion: increase your garden area. Use every available inch on your property if you have it. Now, some people like Kaylin are in apartments, and they can only do so much. Although I just had a thought, Kaylin, on your balcony, can you make a little bracketing to put a planter hanging over the outside of it, so you get more stuff up there on your balcony? One of those little shallow planters. Make it look like an S bracket. Hang it down so it sticks out there and catches more light.
It's probably against apartment policy, like hanging blankets and towels there. They just won't let you do it because it affects the look, which I hate apartments for that, and condos and townhouses and HOAs and everything else.
She's up on the second floor or third floor. So, and she's on the north side, and there are trees there. So it's not, yeah. anyway, so yeah, it's like so like I said, I picked up mentioned it yesterday. I picked up 6 more fruit trees to go in, 2 cherries, 2 pear trees, and 2 peach trees. Thinking about going back and grabbing another apricot tree, or actually, I may check with my wife and see if she can get a full dwarf, because they don't. You know, trying to find a full dwarf, any type of fruit tree up here is practically impossible. Semi-dwarf is the smallest they go to.
So get a regular one and put some Chlormequat Chloride on there. It'll stunt the growth. Sorry.
Hand, stay down, hands. Stay no, stay down. Stay down.
I make my own stunted growth dwarf trees out of anything with that. I have a 500-year-old stunted growth oak tree. It's only 3 feet high. Yeah. I put about 6 gallons on it a day.
Oh, Mark! I was channeling Star-Lord. I was channeling Star-Lord from the first Guardians of the Galaxy, where he's cranking and
yeah. Sorry.
But yeah.
Yeah, so safe and effective. So you're good.
The nurseries in California, because everybody's in these little small lots and stuff, the dwarf trees sell a lot better than the semi-dwarf, which sell a lot better than standard fruit trees because they get so friggin' big. All right. Grampy Campy's Bear Creek Homestead is in, and Mother Earth Garden Club is in, and it's raining in Minnesota. Yeah. My recommendation is do some research on your own. I gave you a couple of things here to look at, and you can go across and you can find more articles on it. Some of the videos out there, actually see if I can bring one up here, switch this around here.
And stop eating Quaker oatmeal.
Yeah. Oh, okay. And don't forget, hey, Paula Ruffin even talked about this last year. And let's see. This one was 3 months ago. They already got 430,000 views on it. This is the Environmental Working Group one. This is the one that's pushing against it. This is their video on it. So if you put chloride in there and this one comes up, that's probably one to look at.
Can you buy this stuff at like Tractor Supply?
Hey, there's mine. We're live up there, folks.
Sweet.
All right, here's another Newsday has one up here on it. Yeah, so there's so there's other ones talking about this as well. Another one from the Environmental Working Group on it. So yeah.
I wonder how you can get your stuff tested for that. You probably need some kind of a $8 million machine.
Yeah, you could probably take it to some lab, but you're going to pay several $100s to get it tested per test.
Yeah, per vial.
Yeah. So yeah, you can check on different things on it. And some of these will probably have, they should have links in their description to the documentation they're quoting. I didn't put the links in. I put them in the actual chat here. So
I wonder if Quaker would actually answer anybody if they asked over the phone or in an email of, hey, where do you source your Quaker oats from? You'll probably just get a generic, all over the place. Lots of sources. All certified sources.
Yeah. I'm checking it, documentation. Oh. 3 months ago, Fox News in Houston put one out. Pesticide hits the breakfast tables. And so that was 3 months ago for that one.
Ooh, throw that link up. Is that a YouTube link?
That's a YouTube link.
Throw that link up there.
Okay, hang on. I want to save this. I'm going to do something else here in a second. All right, so this one here. Okay, so hang on a second here. Hang on. Okay, let me do something here. All right, so I thought I had this stuff. I didn't. All right, so there it is. So basically, I put it Chlormequat Chloride in food documentation. This one come up from Fox News there. Here is the one from Fox News. I'm not going to play it. I'm going to put the link down there, and there it is. So that's the one for Fox News there. And then you can look at that one yourself. I'm going to bring something else up here and do the wrong one. Let's see, back here. Okay, so I Googled, just regular Google. You may want to try DuckDuckGo or someone else, or Yahoo, to get more legitimate stuff on it. But so K&L Gates has some stuff on it here. Recent study, blah blah blah. National Institutes of Health. The same guy is on the National Institutes of Health board and the Environmental Working Group. So that Temkin guy is authoring this one here. So there's some more stuff here. And his stuff's being quoted around in several of them here. So you can look, there's a bunch of things, the Federal Register,
Tolerances.
Tolerances.
We're just changing that number until, nobody cares anymore.
BeyondPesticides.org has something on it. So there's a bunch of stuff here to check on. So, so these are missing documentation. So I make it show documentation. And eligibility, registration eligibility for Chlormequat. So back from 2007, they had their first shot at it. 2023, they did a second shot at it here. So they've been pushing at this for a while, trying to get it approved here. So, anyways, there's a bunch of stuff there on it. Yeah. All right. I think have I beat this to death enough and got it through your guys' head? You need to check out and see what foods you're eating are on this list of stuff that are listed as being contaminated with it. So certain oats, barley, and certain wheats from other countries have been contaminated with it already. And the EPA keeps raising the allowed limits for imports. So the other thing to consider is if the EPA is raising the limits for imports, they're getting ready to do the bait and switch. They're going to raise the limits up to here. They're going to say, oh, we're only going to make it allowable for U.S. producers to be at this level here. And everybody goes, oh, it's better than foreign ones. Yes, let's do it. Let's do it. Idiots. Okay, what'd you put in there? Power grown product.
You can buy it. I found a website that sells it.
Oh, shit. Drop that into the private chat.
Okay.
That way, because I can't pull it out of the regular chat, but I can pull it out of the private chat. Then I'll throw it up here.
Oh, I already put it up there.
No, I'll bring up the page so we can see the page.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay, there it is, private chat. And let me open in a new tab, bring it over here. Boom. Okay, so. Oh, this is at 98%, not 50%. This is 50 grams at 98%. So that gives you 100 grams to use at about at 49%.
I only bring the good stuff.
So, and how much is it? $29 for 50 grams of this stuff. Well, $30.
And it's safe. It said on the little package on the top left there. Scroll back up. Little safe. Oh, sale. Oh, sale.
Sale. Yeah.
Close enough. Sale, safe. Yeah.
Yeah, people are going to think safe, but it's safe. It's had it there. Oh, it's a sale.
Plant growth retardant. Plant growth regulator.
It's water soluble, so it gets into the water system really easy.
And your skin.
Yes.
And your eyes.
It is 100% water soluble. So, yeah.
Does it have a how to use it?
Specifications.
Dump it in Pelosi's vodka. Oh, no, I'm sorry.
It's applications. Doesn't say more than where you're supposed to spray it at. I don't see additional information. Weight 5 ounces. Reviews, no reviews on it. Please click to enlarge the mixing tables. Really, where's the mixing tables? It's not on there. No.
Here, I put the MSDS sheet in the private chat just to see what's in it and uses and precautions. And I didn't even read it. I'll go back and read it.
All right.
For research and development use only, not for medicinal, household, or other. Yeah, you got to read the MSDS sheet on this one.
There's the MSDS sheet there. Let me go ahead and drop that in here because that'll let me get to the regular chat here. Comments. There we go.
Oh, harmful to aquatic life, may cause damage to organs, causes eye irritation, harmful with the skin, toxic in contact with skin, harmful if swallowed. Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Avoid release into the environment. Where do they want to spray it? In the environment.
Flush eyes as a water precaution, as a precaution. Okay. Sure, that'll help.
Yeah.
Hey, it's not flammable. That's a good thing.
No, but it does have the skull and crossbones, has the exclamation point, and has the
it's got a health rating of
organ damage here listed.
Yeah, health rating of 2, intense or continued but not chronic exposure, could cause temporary incapacitation, possible residual injury. Example, diethyl ether, ammonium phosphate, iodine, whatever.
Yeah.
Wear respiratory protection, avoid dust formation. Oh my God. Yeah, it goes on and on.
Yeah. Jeez. Section 8, exposure controls and personal protection.
But it's good for you.
Yeah. Face protection. Oh, the EPA wasn't trying to get face protection. And it's water soluble in your eyes. You got moisture there. It's going to go right on in.
Oh, I could turn it into a liquid at 240 degrees Celsius.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's still water soluble then.
Oh, here you go. Body protection. EPA said long shirts and long pants. The manufacturer says complete suit protecting against chemicals. Like I said, that little thing for the EPA was bullshit.
Oh, carcinogenicity. No ingredient of this product presents at levels greater than or equal to 0.1% as identified as probable, possible, or confirmed human carcinogen by the IARC.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right, here, where risk assessment shows air are appropriate, use a full face respirator type N99 or blah, blah, blah. Respirator charges as backup to engineering controls. Respirator solo, yeah, And yeah, under NIOSH. So if it's getting to NIOSH, it's nasty chemicals. And so they're talking about a full face, not a little half face, one that covers above the eyebrows, down around, and across here on the chin.
But don't worry, to dispose of it, you can mix it with a flammable combustible solvent and burn it in a chemical incinerator equipped with an afterburner and a scrubber.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You might as well just rat poison.
Exactly. Mother Earth Garden Club. It's well, we can make more money on it. We'll hide the fact that it's dangerous for 30 years, and then we'll stop making it when it's starting to leak out and say, "Oh, we stopped making it. We're no longer responsible."
People just died of natural causes. It was just environmental issues. That's why they had health issues.
So, anyways, we gave you a lot of information just now, folks. Oh man! All right. I got some Indians that are going wild in there. I'm going to have to go tie them up and burn them at the stake. Tie them to the stake.
Circle the wagons.
And all I'll do is I'll just have to tie them up and tickle them until they behave. All righty. So coming up here, tomorrow night on Gray Man Prepping. Go ahead and stop that down. You have a MAG. Now what? So we're going to talk about you've joined a MAG, a mutual assistance group, or a CAG, a community assistance group, and what's the next step. So we're going to talk about that stuff tomorrow. This is by request by CB at Hugo Homestead. And let's see. All right, Monday on back here on Monday for we're going to talk about recanning bulk canned foods. And which brings up a point. Someone on Rebel Canada's posted, I got a number 10 can of mushrooms. Do I have to, since it's already cooked and done, do I have to do full-length canning procedures on it? Some people say, oh, no, you can 15 minutes will be fine, blah, blah. Tammy jumped in there. You are not canning to cook it. You're canning to kill the bacteria. You must use full time.
This is why I got off that Facebook feed. I couldn't take I would spend all my time and get kicked off for people. I just used to tell Tammy, people are just going to die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So that's recanning bulk canned foods. We're going to talk about proper ways to do it and everything else, and which ones is a good thing to do. Which ones are the ones that you really don't have to do that. The other ones is I wouldn't recant these ones. So that's what we're going to be going on Monday. Tactical Tuesday on Gray Man Prepping is making fire. So we're going to talk about it. I'm going to dispel some of the prepper myths out there about what you need to make fire.
Ooh.
Thursday is the midnight ride.
Can I use a pressure washer to make fire?
No.
Damn it.
He has this guy took a pressure washer, loaded it up with diesel fuel, and had a one of those
propane torch.
Yeah, one of those benzomatic ones with the trigger on, lit it up, and yeah. Anyways, next Friday, cooking in cast iron is our topic here next Friday. So that's what's coming up here, and I need to go tie up some grandkids. All right, everyone, thank you for coming in. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, please hit the thumbs up, and that'll help me out with YouTube's analytics and getting the replays out there as well. if you missed the first part of it, you may want to go back and watch the first part again, because we covered a lot of stuff in the first there. I froze. All right, everyone. See you around. Plant a garden. Grow your own food healthy, because even the stuff they're spraying on at the stores, they're spraying on it is nasty crap too. So,
and
all right. See you later.
Don't forget to protect against the bird flu.